This is the world. I'm in America, so when I think of the world, I think of this side. I could do this, but it would be pointless. So to avoid any further interruption, I'll just do this. This is the world, and this is you in the world. You actually look smaller, but this is simply an scale representation. This is you, and this is people like you. Looks like Mr. Earth is in trouble, right? Well, do not worry. There is one very easy way of helping it. Nutjobs! Alright, you probably don't want to get hit in the nuts for the sake of humanity, and I understand it. But if not that, then other measures have to be taken, like fucking always with condom, protection, fucking only on rare occasions, protected as well every single fucking time, or not fucking at all. That last one is actually the best one. Certainly, unless you want your kids to live in a world where they have to be standing over other people, literally, I highly suggest you start use of some birth control systems. Now yes, the governments are involved in either pro or con birth control, like China's one-child policy or Mexico's free medical attention to every single woman who is pregnant. Fuck me. But the government is just one more factor that simply seems not to matter at all. Here's the deal. One of the biggest problems in People's Republic of China is that if a couple feels anarchistic enough against their suppressive system, they simply fly the fuck out of their country, do the fucking, and then go back stacking more humans to the count of the world's largest populated country. Bad thing. In Mexico, well, women seem to believe they are egg-laying hens. Fuck me, but that's the truth. Making sure there is an overdose of newborns. Of course, more than they can handle, that's why it's an overdose. The government thing here is that there are laws in the country making sure that every single medical institution, public or private, attend a woman in labor whether they have insurance or not. Certainly, that law has to be eliminated. Now don't get me wrong here, it does sound evil to prohibit free medical attention to the woman in labor, but the real evil thing in here is that everyone remembers that the birth has to be done, but no one ever cares that that kid will have to be fed, be dressed, have a decent education and a definite house to live at. Never mind about a family, which is also quite important. You can notice one thing in here. The people themselves are the only active asset on the matter, which means they live in a highly populated world because they choose to. So if you really want to make a change, you will understand why it is everyone's problems, including yours, and how the government will have no point on making a statement in there. Of course, if you want to live in a post-apocalyptic world, or with a child, and I'm saying child, not birth, child control system like Jesus' times or Moses' moments, you're the one to blame for that, you will have to start growing a motherfucking conscience. So don't fuck around and get your woman pregnant in a more sensitive manner. This means the solution indeed. If you already have 2 kids, then stop the production factory. 2 is your limit. End of the story. Period. Just in case you want advice, quick tips, alright? If you don't have money to support your not yet existent family, don't fuck. If you have not finished the school with an undergrad education at least, don't fuck. Or if you're looking forward to engage with your current couple by getting pregnant, then don't dare to fucking fuck! That shit just doesn't work no more. All I'm saying is you shouldn't fuck your girlfriend, or if you're a lady, let yourself get fucked if you're not ready for a problem, because you're gonna end up knocked up and in a shitload of trouble, as well as fucking up the whole world as it is. Women also, you get pregnant because you allow it, except in the horrible cases of raping that's lamentable, but other than that, it's your fault alone. Well, you could actually divide it 50-50 kind of, but the point here is this: if your man continues harassing you to have intercourse when you are not willingless, well, let me tell you, you actually are, because if you want a solution, here's another one. There are options to that, like breaking up, right, divorce, or restriction orders. If you don't use them, it's because you don't want to, period, as well. What we learned today is that you better be careful when you fuck, and if you already have 2 kids, then stop it right fucking there. So please people, don't look for excuses, look for solutions. This has been To a Better World. Yes, change.